Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism, where it is open discussion, where we're here to learn, share, and support one another as parents. Let me put the link in for Mr. Charles. Um, Linda uh, went on a trip to the beach, so she may not be with us this evening. Um, she gets home in time, she will join us. But we have a specific topic. It's still open discussion, but we have a topic that was brought to us by one of our AAU longtime members that she'd like to talk about. And it's a very important one. And we'd like to get some suggestions from you guys and a little advice. Um, if you can, we're going to wait till Mr. Charles comes in. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful, wonderful establishment. And I am going live on Facebook, and I just opened up the TikTok too. So, hey, everybody out there in TikTok land, let's add Mr. Charles.
Yeah,
Hey, Mr. Charles, how are you?
doing fine. How about you, Nita?
I see my granddaughter Kiyomi in there. Hi, Kiyomi, love you. I'm doing good. Hi, Ahmad. Thank you for tuning in. Now, oh, introduce yourself, Mr. Charles, before I get into the topic.
Yeah, okay. I'm a retired mainframe computer software engineer with level one autism, and I'm glad to come into the group and share my experiences where I think they could be helpful to the parents. Anyway, here I am.
Well, there you are. Let me say hello to those who are here. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Michelle, hello, girl.
Hi,
And of
Michelle.
course, Charles. Victoria, how are
Victoria.
you this evening? And Kelly, how are you?
Hi, Kelly.
So the topic this evening, I gotta pull it up here. um, so she wanted to talk about um inappropriateness. How do we handle a situation of one child being inappropriate to another child in the school setting? What do we do when the school wants to brush the situation under the rug? And what can we do as parents to help our children, both the one who is doing it and the one who it's getting done to? So that is our on topic um, discussion tonight. And as always, the chat is always open to other questions. And if you are a parent in the chat, this is parent to parent support. Feel free to chime in if you feel you have any suggestions or can help another parent.
And the thing I would say is, first of all, that you have to keep in mind the goal. You want your child, if possible, to be able to function in life as an adult, and grow up to an adult who'll be able to function in the world if that's possible. And and that means that you have to, you know, in whatever way will work, you have to correct inappropriate behavior. You can't just ignore it because uh, a child is not going to learn how to get along in the world.
True, true. Hey, Candy. And Kelly says, we only have an hour. Okay, so I think um, one of the main issues she had was there was a child that was doing some not so well, some inappropriate things. There she is to her child, but the school is kind of pushing it under the rug instead of addressing the issue. What do we do in that that type of situation, um, where do you go? Who do you turn to?
Yeah, I mean, it's being
Hey,
done to your child. That's another story. Hey, Monique.
yeah. So if you're going to the school and the school is saying, "Oh, okay, we'll handle it," and they do nothing, I mean, what do you guys in the chat think? What would be the next step? And how do we talk to our kids? How do we talk to our kids about what is appropriate and what is not? And that could help on both sides. Because if the child who's doing it, they need to understand that that's not a good thing to do. And the child who is getting done to, they may not understand that this is not right, or they may. Um, what steps can we take to ensure that our children understand this when they're in school, in a school setting? Autism Mom says you start with the teacher, then principal, and then Department of Special Education. So yeah, I agree. If the teacher is not pushing it forward, then go above the teacher's head. And Kelly says, I think I would demand a meeting. If that doesn't work well with the school, maybe a state advocate to mediate. Okay, okay, Candy. Thanks for dropping in.
Hey, Candy.
So yeah, if the school doesn't want to do anything, yeah, I think you definitely have to take it a step further. And if that doesn't work, you take it a step further than that until you find someone who is going to listen. And you know there needs to be a plan. And if this child is doing it to not just one child but other children, then this child really needs help.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's being the difference between when it's being done to your child versus your child is doing it. If your child is doing it, you're the parent. You're in position to correct the behavior. How to go about that depends on the child. How to go about explaining to your child that he's not supposed to do whatever depends on the child and on the details of the behavior. But that's obviously something you're the one in a position to do. But if it's being done to your child, I mean, one thing too, you ask these teachers, school officials, and so on, how would you like it if somebody was doing this to your child?
Right. So then in that situation also, what will we do if you try to talk to the parents? Of course, my child might be traumatized from this. So if we go and talk to the parents, and not only is the school not doing anything, but the parents doesn't even want to talk to you in regard to what was happening with their children.
Yeah, I'd be hesitant to recommend going to the parent of the other child unless you know that parent pretty well already. Uh, you know,
But the school can
yeah,
mediate that, right? The school can say, yeah, let's set up a meeting.
yeah. The school does that's another story. But for you as the parent, do it unless you know that parent pretty well. Somebody you happen to know pretty well, then maybe you know them and you know how they'll respond to whatever you say. But the absence of that, I would say, don't even consider going directly to the other parent.
Okay, Michelle says school board or even police. Oh, yeah. It depends on the individual situation. Honestly, it must start at a very early age before school begins. Just got to be mama and papa bears. And you must talk with your babies about what is appropriate for public. If you cannot get through, or maybe they are not understanding, you can turn to therapists. Yeah. So yeah, and then as they get older, thank you, Michelle. As they get older, um, we as parents, especially our young men, I'm saying, we have to have, well, girls too, but I'm just saying, especially our young men, because I have a son, and um, I know it's a lot of things he doesn't understand. And if I just try to talk to him, he's not really going to get it. So, thinking more of visuals, books that describe that. Um, Candy says if you discover your child doing it, you correct your child. Reach out to the principal. Yeah, reach out to who you can reach out to. I don't know if Monique's still here. If you wanted to come up and share your story, Monique, feel free. I know sometimes we don't want to come up, but if you do, the link is open for you.
Yeah, I mean, there are degrees of inappropriateness, and there are different kinds of inappropriate behavior. Inappropriate can mean a lot of things, and it can mean anything from something that's that's not polite behavior to something that's criminal. That's a criminal act. It can. There's a whole range of things, and again, a lot when it comes to correcting your own child, how you go about it depends on the child. Depends on the child's ability to understand things. I remember my mom telling me not to make personal remarks about other people, and I didn't understand what she meant by that. She had to, she needed to be a lot more specific, and not to make personal remarks. And eventually I figured out what she meant by it. But again, it's something that what's clear to a neurotypical parent is not clear to the child in the autism spectrum.
Hi, Dinah.
Hi, Dinah.
Dinah, do you have any take on this? We're talking about children. If one child is inappropriate to another in a school setting, but the school or parent doesn't seem to want to do anything about it or just want to sweep it under the rug, what would you do? What steps would you take? Now, I'm not going to pick you up anymore. You got to get down. Get down. Yeah, I think that's, and then, the mama bear in us, we don't want anybody messing with our babies. So we have to, yeah, like you said, we shouldn't directly go to the parents. Should be like a mediation between the school and the parents. And I would definitely bring up my concerns and let the principal or administration know that you demand a meeting um, with the parents, because you have to nip it. It has to be nipped, you know, because if they do it to one, it's going to happen again. If it happens once, it's going to happen again. And there's got to be things in place to help prevent that. And yes, therapy is a start and a great suggestion.
A therapist might be helpful, particularly in either A, explaining something to a child that you're having difficulty explaining, or B, um, helping you as the parent, to enforce a rule. Then you lay down a rule to combat something, but the child isn't, thinks it's funny, whatever he's doing, thinks it's funny, and how do you get the child to stop? A therapist can help with that.
Monique, I just reposted the StreamYard link in the chat. See if you see it, if it comes up. I just reposted it. Michelle says, I am sure there are social stories. I have been telling and showing Jaden the difference between public and private behavior since he was about 3. I have also explained the rule to do unto others in his fashion. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it really helps. It helps to start early and get it embedded, in their heads. So let me know if you see the link, um, Monique. I can
yeah.
add it.
On your device, you might have to, once you hit the link, you might have to hit the 3 dots and say "Open in System Browser." That's what I have to do on my iPad.
Okay. Give her a minute and see if she sees the link.
Yeah, it's possible she sees it now. Is trying to figure out how to get up here from there, because open in System Browser. In fact, if she's already clicked on it but hasn't done the open in System Browser thing, she might not hear a word I'm saying or a word you're saying at this point.
So while we're waiting on Monique, how's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's good. Also, fam on TikTok, how are you guys doing? I hope everything is okay. I am streaming our Sunday live, which we do every Sunday at 7 p.m. Tonight's discussion is about our children and being inappropriate. If you have any suggestions or experienced any of that in a school setting, your child being inappropriate or having something done to them that was inappropriate, if you'd like to share, feel free. Or if you have any suggestions on what to do, um, please chime in. Kelly says, my son's nurse used to explain to Jordan to use nice hands. He seemed to understand something that was simple to understand. That was used for several situations. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice hands.
Yeah, I think about how I didn't get that part of that personal remark. One time, my mom told me that this old friend of mom and dad's came to visit, and first thing I said as soon as I saw him was that he was bald.
Oh my goodness. If you are viewing from any of the groups and you'd like to join the chat, you have to click on the video. That way we'll see you in a live chat. Just click on the video and it'll take you right to the live chat. Or else I may not see your comment inside the group. And as you come in, please make sure you thumbs up, show some love. If you like to share, feel free to share. Monique, have you see it yet? And for my TikTok family, please tap the screen, show some love. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying this TikTok thing, you guys. So
Yeah.
need all the help I can get.
Main thing I know about TikTok is I'm wearing one that my daughter gave me. So
Oh, you got a TikTok watch. Okay. Okay.
yeah, that's an Apple Watch, but I still call it a TikTok.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, my daughter gave it to me a couple of years ago.
Okay. She says she's having a hard time figuring it out. Okay. But did you see, if you see the link, just click the link and just follow the prompts, the instructions.
Yeah, it may tell you to open in system, hit three dots to open in system browser. And if it tells you do that, then do that.
Yeah. So, what did you guys do for the weekend? Anything exciting? I went and volunteered for sorting food um, at a food bank, which was a great experience. Um, it's always it always gives you a good feeling to help, you know, where needed, and then you're helping out the community. So that's what we did. Okay, okay. Maybe next go round. You worked, okay. All right, Monique, no problem. Were you off today, Michelle? A day of rest? And if any of you guys would like to join me up here, feel free. You are more than welcome. We're having open discussion. We had that specific topic this evening, but anything goes. So if you have any questions or something you want to throw in the chat, feel free. If you are a parent that can help or answer a question, that's what it's all about. Learn, sharing, and supporting one another. There's Pammy. Hey, Pammy,
Hey, Pam.
the Purple Heart Lady.
Okay.
How are you? How's Ralph today? Kelly says, my grandson turned 2 years old July 9th. He did great at his party, and Riker is starting to learn sign language to communicate better. We are proud of him. All
Okay.
right. And happy belated birthday to him. We are proud of him too. Definitely. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sammy, I am not picking you up. Every time I get on here, this dog wants me to pick him up. um, Pam says we are good, a little anxious about his birthday. Oh, 21. Oh, and for those of you who didn't see the post, if you can send Ralph a birthday card for his birthday, that would be appreciated. Oh, here's Monique. The post is on my wall, so make sure you check it out.
Hi,
Hi there,
Monique.
Monique.
Hi guys. I had to use my phone. I couldn't do it on my laptop.
Okay, okay. So you want to
Okay.
share what
Yeah,
happened?
cuz yeah. It's
Okay,
better if I say it. So
okay,
like Justice is he'll be 19 on Friday. So he's actually the youngest one in his he's the youngest one in his class.
Okay.
Um, I think this started when it started. I can't tell you when it started, but I think it started when he got to that class, which
Okay.
was the beginning of last school year. I didn't find out about it, and it's okay. So the school looked at it as um, girlfriend and boyfriend, right?
Ah.
And when I went, I had found out about it because he told his ABA and asked
Mhm.
his ABA if it was a bad thing to have a girlfriend, and his ABA didn't want to tell him yes or no,
Right.
so he told me. Justice hasn't talked to me about it yet. What I got out of it, like right before my mother passed, last October, Justice walks around with a handheld SpongeBob.
Okay.
That's how he communicates.
Okay.
Especially when he's upset or when he doesn't know you. He'll
Okay.
talk through SpongeBob. And so it was a new school. He communicated more through SpongeBob.
Okay.
The child in question, the young adult in question, got plankton. So they were talking to each other through plankton and SpongeBob, right?
Okay.
I get he came home and told his ABA that plankton was kissing SpongeBob and he wanted to know what to do. So I immediately went up to the school. Like,
Okay.
justice for me, he's not at the time, and he's still not. He's not there yet
Right.
for a relationship type thing, right? So
Mhm.
I told them that I thought that was inappropriate behavior
Yeah.
for Plankton to be kissing SpongeBob because even on a cartoon you don't see that,
Right.
right? So um the response I got really was, oh, it's girlfriend, boyfriend, and we don't get involved in that. And I said, well, I'm uncomfortable with those because Justice doesn't see that at home. You understand?
Right.
And I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't mind them being friends and he having friends, but he's not ready for a girlfriend boyfriend relationship. That's too much, right?
Mhm.
So the best they said they can do is change it because they used to sit together.
Okay.
So the best they said they could do was change the young lady's seats. Um, I'm not even sure if that even happened. Um, Time went on. Now it's Valentine's, and Justice gets a Valentine, a really big Valentine from this girl, and how um uh they didn't put her name on it.
Okay.
They put it in code, so they put it in numbers, right?
Uh,
And in the
uh,
beginning, I didn't know the young lady's name, so I'm trying to figure out who this is coming from because it's in numbers. It was four numbers.
right.
Then his ABA came and told me the young lady's name. And I figured out what those numbers meant because the numbers kind of coincided with the amount of letters in her name.
Ah.
So
Okay.
now I'm kind of questioning Justice, but I don't want him to feel like he's in trouble. So I kept saying to him that it's okay to have friends that are girls,
Right.
right?
Right.
Um, we come along, right? And he had a birthday party just last week.
Okay.
And I uninvited the girl. Um, I did it through the teacher though, because still I didn't know. I gave out invitations, but they couldn't. They said because of confidentiality, they couldn't give me the names of the students in the class. So I had to give out. I had to give blank invitations, give it to Justice, and he handed it to whoever he wanted to come. I didn't know um, who he invited because I had no names.
Okay.
So I just told the teacher I uninvited those kids. One, it was really because of the weather that day. It was supposed to be a really hot day, and I knew that Justice wasn't going to go outside. So I still had family here. So for the family, the party went on. I went to get his birthday cake, and my oldest daughter's calling me, telling me, "Ma, come, Justice got company." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "It's some girl." I'm like, "No, that's impossible because
Keep talking. I have to get the door.
I said to the teacher the party was canceled. So the teacher was supposed to contact the rest of the students who were invited. So I come in, and it's the young lady, and she's there with her mother and her sister, and we're talking, and then they leave. And my husband tells me um that he was uncomfortable with the way the girl was acting to Justice. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "Well, she was all in his space, and she was holding him, and she was rubbing his face, and she was feeding him." I gotta admit, I started getting angry. But
Mhm.
I was like, I can't understand this because her mother was right there, right?
His
And I
mother didn't
said,
do anything.
right. And I said, her mother didn't say anything. And my husband went, no. Okay. So now I get on the phone with the school, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, they're already telling me, they don't want to tell me, like, it's this big secret, this girl. I already know it now. I know this girl, I know her name. So to me, it doesn't have to be a secret now. What has to be done is it was a situation that started last year, and
Mhm.
because I felt the school thought it was cute girlfriend boyfriend, they really didn't do anything after I complained about the inappropriate behavior between SpongeBob and Plankton.
Mhm. Okay.
So this thing went on the whole school year, right? And I'm saying, if she's in my house being touchy feely to Justice, how are they acting to each other in school? Right?
Right.
And so I had to keep questioning that. Come to find out, last year was the hardest school year I had with Justice because his behavior escalated by 100. And we
Wow.
kept trying to figure out why was he having these behaviors. They talked about, I'm a real advocate, stickler for reading, right?
Okay.
I want Justice to read, right? And
Mhm.
so I thought they kept making me feel like a bad parent because they were blaming me for wanting him to read for his behavior to escalate. And I'm like, that can't be because I've been reading with Justice, and Justice, after he comes home from school, he does work. You understand? He makes sure he asks me to study. So I'm like arguing with the school. No, this is not it. Something is going on. Now
Right.
he wanted to go to summer school, but now he's having a hard time dealing. So I'm like, what is going on? Can't figure out what's going on. So I started asking questions. Is this
Okay.
young lady in the class with him? Yes. He gets angry when he can't sit next to her. He gets angry when he can't leave the class with her. And I'm like, this thing, it needs to stop. You understand? When I first mentioned it, I felt like it should have been handled. And then my mother passed, and I really, to be honest, wasn't thinking about nothing else because I had to deal with that with Justice. You understand? And then
Right.
now this, and you're saying his behavior is escalating now. But when I said something, nobody said anything, you know? And so I have an appointment with the principal on Tuesday now.
Okay.
But like I said to his social work, I said, you can see by the way he's acting that he's not ready for any type of relationship.
Mhm.
Now, if this little girl attention goes to someone else, what's that going to do with Justice? His behavior is going to get worse. If
Right.
Justice attention goes to someone else, how is this little girl going to act? Nobody thought about those things. You understand what I mean? And now
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to let Justice understand it's okay to have friends that are girls, but I
Right.
don't feel like he's ready for being in a relationship. Right? That's a
Mhm.
responsibility.
Definitely.
It really
Definitely.
is,
Yeah.
and he's nowhere near that. And the first thing the school always tell me when I say something is, he's 19, he's grown. No, he's 19 by age, but by mind, he's not.
He's
You
not ready.
understand? And I
Right.
have guardianship over him. And the judge wouldn't have granted me guardianship over him if he was able to make his own decisions.
Mhm. And it's a shame that you would think the school would try to intervene and, you know, not only just separate them, but it should be something in place for those types of situations in that type of setting.
Right. So I'm like beating my head against the wall because I'm like, I don't know what, like, yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know what to do. Last year was really, or this past school year was really, 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 really draining. It was really hard because he was, it felt like every day he was calling me upset.
Uh-huh.
Every day, every day, every day. And instead of the school dealing with the real issue, which I think is the relationship between him and this young lady, they
Uh-huh.
tried to, like I said, make me feel like a bad person because I want him to read.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You should want him to read.
Right. Right.
I mean, I had to change his reading schedule and everything because he couldn't do it in the school. So now he does it at home. And I'm like, wow, there's no problem with the reading at home. It's only in school. And I said to the social worker, that's because in school, he had to leave the class to go to a special room to do his reading. Leaving the class meant he had to leave the young lady. You understand?
Yeah.
Nobody thought about that. It was all, oh, he didn't want to do the reading. He didn't want to do it. No, it's not that he didn't want to do it because he does it at home with no problem.
Yeah,
Michelle said kids get in trouble for hugging in school here, but they do not see an issue. Right. I'm
That
mind
that's
blown
that's
too.
my that's my and my fear is my thing is also I think is a double standard because I wasn't told about this until Justice said it to his ABA. But I feel like if it was the other way around and Justice had that inappropriate behavior and he was making SpongeBob kiss Plankton, I would have got that call that
Yeah.
Justice was being inappropriate to a young lady. I would have got that call. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
Hmm.
because it was a female doing it, I feel like it's a double standard. It's
Yep.
okay for
And it
her to
is.
do it. You understand? But you know, if it was Justice, I know I would have got a call about
Mhm.
him.
yeah. And just the fact that he has to use SpongeBob to express himself to others tells me there ain't no way he's ready for a relationship with any.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Dinah says, for me, I had started the privacy talk with the boys, started changing clothes and bathroom. When the doors closed, knock and wait. And when they got older and puberty hit, then it was to about talk about body and new sensations. Although Nathaniel was the first to say, Mom, we are not going to talk about sex, are we? I said yes. And he said no. So I explained to him that it is necessary so he understands that even if you think it's a game, there can never be time when touching is a part of a game with either boy or girl. I had to make sure because I had heard that kids in middle school were playing truth or dare with boys. Around 16, we did the talk about dating, And again, about touching. I think it's best to have regular talks as parent feels his or child will understand. That's a good point. But in this situation, um, the school definitely should have intervened, and the teachers knowing that, and I don't even think the girl is ready. She probably just seen something on TV or something, and she wants a boyfriend, and she picked Justice. But you would think the school would have intervened, you know, the inappropriate behavior.
Yeah,
Um, and they just absolutely did nothing,
yeah.
even with the
Well,
mom's concern. The
yeah, they're
mom shared, you
they're
know,
they're dodging responsibility. That's what it is.
right, right, right. So something definitely has to be done. Michelle says it sounds like assault to me. Yeah. And you would, and even listening to you, the parent was right there with her and allowing her daughter to do these things.
And
I
so when I didn't see it, my husband did when I got back, because like I said, I had left to go get his birthday cake.
uh-huh.
When I got back, I was polite, even though I'm thinking, why are you here? You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I took him upstairs because he wasn't even dressed or nothing yet. He still had on his pajamas. So I
Uh-huh.
went upstairs and I got him dressed or whatever. And I came down and I was polite about it. You know, um, I wanted to know how she knew to come. You know what I mean? So I asked her, like, didn't, the teacher tell you the party was off, not to come? And she told me no. The teacher didn't tell her that. The teacher didn't tell her daughter. So I questioned the teacher. Teacher, it's teacher said something totally different. Nobody else came.
Uh-huh.
Everybody that I invite, that Justice, not me, everybody that Justice gave an invitation to, when I told the teacher, please let those parents know, we'll do it for another day, right? None of those kids came. It was just her. And the teacher said that's because she told all the kids, she wrote it in an email and she wrote it on their behavior sheets not to come. So I don't even understand why the parent came, and I don't understand why she came. I also don't understand, and you're sitting there, I get it. These kids are quote unquote adults, right? I get it. But just because they're adult by age don't mean they're adults by mind.
Right.
You understand what I mean? So
Hmm.
the rubbing his face, the feeding him, the holding him, I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't know how I would have responded if I was right there and I saw it. So I think it was a good thing that I left and went to get his cake, because by the time I got back, Justice was just sitting down.
Right.
And she was by my pool. Um, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
invited them. I felt bad because everybody told me. My two older daughters told me, but they left. And my two daughters told me, "Oh, mommy, you made them feel bad. You made them leave. You made them feel bad." And so that made me feel bad. I didn't want to make the little girl feel bad, you know.
Right.
So I texted her mother and said, "I'm sorry, y'all left so early. I felt bad. Maybe in August we could have a movie day with Justice and." And then my husband tells me about the touching and all of that. And I'm like, no, she's not coming back here.
Right.
She's not coming back here because I'm not gonna like that, and I'm not gonna sit there and not say nothing. I may not be rude, but I may move Justice. I don't know how I will respond. Do you
yeah.
understand? So it's best that she don't come back.
Sounds like maybe her parents think it's cute.
Right,
Right.
right,
Right.
right.
Kelly says, bottom line, you don't approve of this behavior. I would ask them, if the situation was reversed, what would you be saying then? Seems like the situation needs to be escalated. Yeah, the problem definitely, a solution to this needs to be escalated, because the mother still thinks of her child as a little kid, and that's how cute it is for two little kids acting that way. Honestly, the parents are living in the clouds. Yes, I agree, Michelle. Humans have a bubble that should not be broken until they are ready. Right. Yeah, that mom needs to nip that, because it starts off as kissing and it's cute, but and you hate to think other things, but they really need to nip this in the bud now.
Yeah, because it's so annoying now because in the program that he's in, he works in Walmart and
Okay.
sometimes in Petco. And lately, and I've been talking to him about it. And the thing is, the school hasn't let me know, right? I had to ask Justice, because he used to say, because he really likes Walmart, so he
Okay.
used to let me know that he went to work. He hasn't been saying it, so I asked him, "When's the last time you went to Walmart?" And he's telling me all these things, and I haven't been. So I sent his teacher an email, and I'm like, has Justice been working for the summer? Has he been going to Walmart? That's when I found out she's not working. So Justice doesn't want to work. So Justice hasn't been to Walmart or Petco or any of his jobs. They have this program inside the school that looks like a factory, and that's where he's been going to get paid. But he hasn't been going. You know what I mean? And it's like, if he was ready for a relationship, he would also understand that he still needs to go to work. You
Right.
know what I mean? Whether she goes or not, he would still need to go to work. The fact that he's not going and he's refusing to go because she's not going means, again, he's not ready for it. You
Yeah,
get it?
in my case, I didn't consider myself ready to pursue the possibility of marriage till after I was out of college, had my own apartment, had my own job. Then I began dating Judy, who eventually became my first wife.
Ramona says parents need to just teach their children safe hands at all times. And we have to just keep reinforcing this all time. Yes. Hey, Teresa. David had a blast at Vacation Bible School all last week. He participated in games and made lots of new friends, and he enjoyed eating dinner with all his friends. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you're able to. I would definitely say, when you meet with the principal, see if you could get the other parent so they can mediate, and you can let that parent know, you know, your feelings about this. Um, and like you guys were saying, they think it's cute. They think it's cute. And you got to say, no, this is not cute. This is serious.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. Um, honestly, Michelle says, honestly, this girl is lucky that she has chosen justice for her boyfriend. Because if it was another boy, let's say one who is a little more mature, she might be in a lot of trouble. Yep. And that's
Mm,
another thing.
Yeah,
That's
mm,
that's another reason the parents need to stop thinking it's cute, because it's not cute.
mhm.
yeah,
Not Yep. So yeah, I definitely hope that when you do get a chance to speak with the principal, you can just nip this. And again, if that doesn't work, Monique, take it a step higher until you get someone, that's gonna listen. That's gonna listen. Anyone else have anything to add? Any other suggestions?
I think they pretty well said it. That yeah, the girl's parents, they need a reality check, and the
Right.
school officials need to be reminded of their responsibilities and quit dodging their responsibilities.
Um, yeah, Monique, please keep us updated. Kelly said.
I will.
Yeah, keep us updated, definitely. And hi to Ramona and Utiki. Hello.
Hi, Ramona, Yushiki,
And
and Milibro.
Michelle, thank you for
Michelle, yeah.
tuning in. Um, Autism Mom on TikTok says, I sent the cards out last night. Oh, for Ralph. Yeah, I sent cards out last night to Ralph. Check out Greeting Card Universe. They will create and mail. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good idea. So for you guys who want to send a card to our Ralphie, um, she suggests uh, Greeting Card Universe. So if you'd like to send a card for Ralph's 21st birthday, he'll be 21. Please check out Greeting Card Universe.
Now, whose child is Ralph?
Pam,
Pam. Okay, because
yeah, he'll
the
be
thing is,
21.
even though I don't celebrate birthdays, but I could still send congratulations
Yeah,
on turning 21. I can do that. So
yeah,
it's Pam Kramer's.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, Ralph. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Okay, yeah.
yeah. Um, Kelly said, I didn't mean to sound harsh in my comments, but this really upsets me when the schools don't want to listen or think our concerns aren't important. Oh, you're fine, Kelly. Yep,
Yeah, you're fine.
yep. That is so true. I think that bothers all of us. And yeah, I'm with Monique. This situation needs to be controlled.
Yeah, yeah. School officials like any other occupation these days. There's some people that are serious about doing their jobs, and other people who think they're doing the world a gigantic favor just by performing the job they're being paid to do.
Right. Candy says it's the school responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of the individual. Yes, the schools do have a responsibility when our babies are in their care. And Autism Mom says, you are among us parents. We got you, Monique.
Mhm. Thank
Um,
you.
Michelle says this mama bear would be at the school raising hell. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yep. So hopefully you can nip it in the bud. We're with you. Um, just if it doesn't happen one place, just keep on, take it higher. Ramona says we are here to support you in any kind of way we can. Please keep us updated because I would love to know what happened in this situation.
I definitely will.
Michelle says, state what state is this, Michelle?
yeah. Candy says that. Yeah,
Oh, Candy. You want Michelle? Michelle's in Kansas, right? Are you still in Kansas, Michelle? And Monique is in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Yeah.
See, I remember.
where did you say you were? Where did you say, Monique?
I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Oh yeah, where I am. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you say that your son was at Aces Academy?
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, I drive by there frequently. Actually, it's over at by the corner of Whitney Avenue and
Yes.
Skip Street. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's not far at all from where I live. I drive by there sometimes. I'm going to Stop and Shop or going to the
Yes.
cleaners. The cleaners is right up there too. So yeah.
Mhm. Okay, you guys, we are at our last few minutes. Anyone wants to come on up and If you have a business or organization, you want to share some motivation, inspiration, if you just want to say hi, we can use these last few minutes. Hi, Tay. How are you?
I say,
Few minutes. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. For those of you who want to come up, feel free. Um, Before we log off here, you are more than welcome. Okay, the discussion. Monique was sharing her story about an inappropriate situation that's going on with her son, and she needs to speak with the school. Um, you can, this will be recorded. So if you'd like to hear what she has to say, you can tune in once we get off. It'll be recorded on the Facebook wall. Candy says, okay, it has to be some kind of guidelines. They need to hold these folks not doing the job accountable for. Yes, definitely. Candy said, praying for you. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. DeAndre, get out of the refrigerator, please.
yeah. Although
He
I can
got
relate
in
to
the
him,
house.
is at his age, I was eating like a hog.
Get one. Get one. Okay, bye. Bye. Yeah, oh my goodness. You too, Kelly. Have a
Yeah, have a
great
great
week.
Kelly.
Have a great week. So anyone want to come on up? If not, um, we will say, yeah, he's growing too much, Michelle. We will say our final. I said one more. Mr. Charles, any last words
Yep.
before we
Well,
log
this has been an interesting discussion, and again, if it's your kid doing what's inappropriate, you can always, you as the parent probably know best how to correct them. You can enlist the help of a therapist if you have to, but you as a parent probably know best. If it's being done to your kid, you need to, you know, you know, keep pushing school officials, whoever, go over their heads if you need to. Um, make sure that it's addressed. Hi, Teresa, and
Hello.
hi, Ramona.
Hey,
Hey, hey,
Ramona.
hey, hey.
Thank you for joining us up here.
Well, thank you,
Mon-
thank you.
Monique, you have any final thoughts?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we're praying for you and hope everything turns out like it should. Um,
I know my son had a crush on a girl last year
uh,
and all that, so he had like a little crush girlfriend.
oh, a crush girlfriend. Okay, but it wasn't anything inappropriate.
No, no.
Okay, okay.
Because the reason how I found out is because stuff that she's given to him, and he's brought home.
Mm,
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
So that's how
mm,
I knew he had a little girlfriend.
okay,
mm, mm.
But now since she's in high school now, so I don't have to worry about it.
okay. So they're not in the same building.
No.
Oh, okay.
But she broke up with him and all that because she also liked another kid.
Right, right.
But he
Yeah.
understood. He's like, yeah, she broke up with me. I'm okay with it.
Mm.
Only,
Well, I understand. I do understand.
let me sign off and going back upstairs to Cindy.
Okay, Mr. Charles.
See you later, Mr. Charles.
See you later,
Yeah.
Mr. Charles.
Okay. When we all sign off, that is.
Oh, when we
Oh, okay.
are.
Well, I just
You
wanted to
going
come.
back up? Okay.
I just wanted to
So,
come on and
Ramona?
say hi, hello, hello. I just wanted to come on and say hello. I have two
Okay.
twin boys, so I do understand. I've
Okay.
had a little similar problems with that, but I always teach Aiden and Braden to say safe hands. No one
Right.
should touch you. If you have a problem, go tell the teacher. then that way you won't get in trouble. You
Okay.
know, so I do understand, and I just want to come on here and I'm having a back to school bash in
Okay.
Pontiac. I don't know if anyone's in Pontiac, but it's a back to school where I'm giving out. Hopefully, I can give out 300 backpacks. That's my goal, to do a community thing. So it's August the 10th from 12 to 4. If
Okay.
anybody's in the area, and you're more than welcome to stop by to say hello. I would love to meet you guys and just come out and have fun. We got free food, games, haircuts, backpacks, braiding hair,
The
doing
whole
nails,
shebang.
the whole
Where
shebang, baby.
Do you have a
where are you,
flyer?
Ramona?
I do have a flyer. I'm going to send it to you, sweetie. Yep, I do
Okay.
have a flyer. I sure do. Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Charles. What you say?
Where
I'm
are you,
sorry, honey.
Ramona?
I'm in Pontiac, Mr. Charles.
Are you in Michigan? Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, I went to Michigan State, but I'm in Connecticut now.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Hopefully one day I get to meet you guys
Yeah. Real soon. Real soon.
real soon.
Mhm. Teresa, you have any final thoughts?
Just keep us all informed what goes on.
Yes, most definitely.
I
Definitely.
will.
Michelle says, keep up the good job and do what you need to do for your kids. You are loved and mean the world to us. Take care of yourself. You are enough. You are strong enough. You got this. You can do this. Yes. Thank you.
Thank
Amen.
you, Michelle.
Amen. That's for
Thank
sure.
you.
Amen.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. And on that note, you guys, thank you all for the wonderful, wonderful discussion this evening. If you guys have any other suggestions for Monique, please reach out to her. Um, and don't forget to check out the post for Ralph's birthday. If you guys can send him
Okay.
a birthday card for his 21st birthday. I have
Okay.
posts on my wall, on the Autism and Us wall as well. Pam has the post on her page.
Okay.
Um, and I thank all of you for joining us. I appreciate each and every one of you. And send me that flyer, Ramona, and I'll post it in the Detroit group and the parent group too.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right, you guys. Candy says, have a great night, everyone. Monique, you are awesome and doing great. Yes, she is. Yes, she's on the ball. She's
Yes.
on the ball. All right, everybody. Have a great night.
Same to
See
you,
you
honey.
guys
Bye,
next.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Night, everyone.
Bye bye.
Night. Later. Say, thank you for joining us.